Sullivan, for having me here this evening. I just want to say that I love the Olympics. I'm not one of those folks who ever felt compelled to watch the Olympics, but I've always liked the idea of really athletic folks from around the world mastering their craft for the world stage. And as a kid growing up, it was the only time when I saw folks, at least my family, rooting for Japanese folks. Most of the time, we tried to hide our Japaneseness. You see, I grew up in the 1980s when US was in a serious trade war with Japan. Pop culture ridiculed Japan. If you remember that song about masturbation by the Vapors, I think I'm turning Japanese. And Asians would get beat up for looking presumably Japanese, the most high-profile case being the murder of Vincent Chin near Detroit. So the Sueyoshi family tried to be as low profile as possible. Never could we have imagined that 40 years later, Americans would be willing to pay a fortune for raw fish. And that we would be able to buy miso at Safeway. So things have definitely changed, but still anti-Asian violence is on the rise. This time in response to the Trump administration's mishandling of the coronavirus. So I ask all of you this evening, as we celebrate the internationalism of the Olympics in Tokyo, to remember our own racial diversity in America, to play a part in stopping AAPI hate, advancing Black love, and supporting undocumented immigrants. Betty had also wanted some poetry at tonight's event, and while I could not provide a poet, I did think of trying to whip together a haiku. But there's no way I'm going to give you a haiku. So I am instead offering you a limerick in closing. There once was a dyke from San Francisco who was the opposite of an Olympian in Tokyo. So she came to the academy in hopes that no one would notice her anatomy and ate crackers from her fanny pack from Nabisco. Thank you and enjoy, everyone. I'd like to also, thank you.
Amy, you want to hold it?
Yeah. I'd like to now introduce Darcy Nishi, who's a representative from API Kitsi. If we could give a warm round of applause for Darcy. Thank you.
Darcy.